Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we are rolling on with the top cut for Encounter 1. Anthony with you once again, and we are jumping over to the top 8 side of things. That has mostly concluded. If you watched our top 4 match, you'll know that Naga won over Nanotech, Steven won over Frank, and Steven then won over Naga in the top 4 to advance to the finals. But we still have a whole other bracket to do. It looks like Ozzy won over Zero. I am checking the results channel. Yep, Ozzy won over Zero 2-1. So the winner of this last top 8 match will be facing off against Ozzy and his Soundwave deck. But what will it be facing that, you ask? Well, it's either going to be Champion and his FortMax deck, or Vangelus with his Opportune Amalgamation deck. And it looks like we have gotten everything set up. Champion is going first. Gentlemen, you are clear to start. And let's get this party underway. And I need to turn down their volume so I can actually hear myself talk and not trip over my words. We're going to start the game with Exhaust getting pinged to activate Beacon. And sending FortMax into what Vangelus has printed as Fracture, but it's actually Crasher. There was a last-second name change in beta. I mean, it was always named Crasher. I don't know where he got the Photoshop skills to do this. So FortMax does trigger, and the entire team gets dealt 2 damage, and Fracture takes 3 damage? Or how much? I cannot see how much damage that is. It looks like 3. Yeah, it looks like 3. Oh, wait a minute. I think Fracture healed one off of everyone via her effect, which basically how that works. I'll explain that here quickly. God, I am not prepared for this. I just finished eating Chipotle for dinner, and yeah. Anyways, another conditioning counter goes on to Beacon. Okay, yep, okay, so this does add up. We do see a Mega Ratchet flip as well in there. So Crasher, how her alt mode works. Once per turn, when 2 or more of your characters take, or 2 or more characters at all, simultaneously take non-attack damage from an opponent's card, you either repair 1 damage from each character damaged this way, or you do 1 damage to each enemy. So how this happened is Exhaust had 1 damage before this attack, FortMax triggered, did 2 damage to everyone, then, healed 1 from everyone, and then Crasher took 4 from that attack. So that's how she ended up at 5. We also have a copy of, it looks like Rage came down on the Crasher. So that will do a damage to FortMax on the attack. And then that is 4 Pierce 2, takes 2. And FortMax does trigger, so we will get a damage dealt to Fracture here. Don't you try to ignore your mistake. I'm not the one making the mistake here. I'm just saying Vangelus photoshopped a copy of Crasher to read Decepticon Fracture. This is common knowledge, I guess. Anyways, this is a wheel turn, actually, so I probably should have, remembered that part. Anyways, going in for 7, because +1 from him picking himself. And that blocks 5, takes 2. Is that what the math is on that? Looks like it. And then Mega Ratchet. So you admit you messed up. No, I did not admit I messed up. I said that Vangelus photoshopped things. Anyways, going in for 6. Block 5 takes... Oh, wait. I don't know how much damage was dealt on those 2 attacks. All I know is that FortMax is now halfway to death before we get to the core of the deck in Cerebros. And we have an untap. And we have a clear picture on both sides of the field now. So, Mega Ratchet and Fracture took damage from FortMax's alt mode ability, but nothing for Exhaust. We'll see FortMax flip to bot mode, as is to be expected. I mean, why would you not flip FortMax to bot mode? Okay, so we've got some contemplation happening here on champion side of the field. It's really just a matter of who does he go into. He can't kill Mega Ratchet or Exhaust, but wasting an attack on Fracture may be not exactly the right move right now. It would neuter the wheel turn a little bit, so there's at least that going for him. But Exhaust is also a prime target right now, given the fact that it seems Vangelus forgot to activate Beacon, so he's 2 turns away. And, what was I gonna say? Yeah, Exhaust only has 1 defense right now, so a good swing could potentially just take Exhaust off the board and put Vangelus on the back foot. We see an energy pack come down, that's always a good card. And going into Crasher, ooh, I'm not sure I agree with that move. We did get the trigger. So that's 10 Pierce 2? Okay, so everybody takes 1 damage. So 2 gets dealt to everybody. Crasher kicks. Everybody heals 1. So going into Crasher for 10. Blocking 3. Takes 7. So blocking 2, that would take 8. Oh, that would have been alive on 1 with Exhaust. Oh... Okay, I am split on if that ended up being the correct move or not. Well, actually, if Exhaust was alive on 1, he couldn't activate Beacon, and he couldn't attack FortMax, otherwise he's gonna die off the trigger, so... I honestly think that that this was a significant misplay, just because of the fact that he's now in a situation where Exhaust gets to attack with 0 regard for his own well-being. Whereas if he had gone into Exhaust there, he would be alive on 1, could not attack, or he would just die. And Mega Ratchet is bot mode effect of not being able to have enemies repair was mentioned, which I figured meant a reprocess was coming down, and it did. So that's a power combo we've seen in this deck constantly. And a Polydermal Graft on Exhaust, which will activate Beacon to go up to 3. I mean, 1 less character to deal with, true, but then Exhaust is really just gonna die on the wheel turn, and I don't know. Maybe it was the right move, maybe it wasn't. This is one thing where you could argue either way. And then flipping Mega Ratchet to alt mode does a damage to an enemy, and if that targeted enemy was a bot or a con, you get to heal 1. So 1 damage will be dealt to FortMax, and 1 will heal from Mega Ratchet. And Exhaust is going to go in with a +2 bonus from Beacon and a +2 bonus from him taking damage. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 blocking 7 takes 4 up to 12? Or is it the 13? Either way, Mega Ratchet is going to get KO'd here. Makes the spread damage more effective. Oh yeah, that's a fair point. Crasher actually does hurt this deck slightly. Good point. Especially if Champion is sitting on an armed hovercraft or 2, which most versions of the deck in recent days have been playing that. Mega Ratchet going in, and where is he getting that bold 1 from? Oh, wait, there's green icons. Ah, so he's just pausing his flips. Hold on 1 second. How many cards did you flip there, Vangelus? Oh, I didn't see that blue. My bad. Okay, there was a blue underneath. So that is 4, 5, 6 into 4, it looks like. 6 into 4 takes 2. Ah. Alive on 1. Story of the goddamn server. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and move back over to Champion's turn after the untap here, and I just noticed that we actually have 14 followers. We will deal with that later. Gree Wyrick Fen. One of these days, I'm going to make that as a joke card. So at this point, you go into Exhaust here, because 6 with 15 health, so he's got 9 health remaining with 3 defense. Oh, wait a minute, he's got a Polydermal Graft, so it's 13 health remaining. So at this point, you probably go into Mega Ratchet and just let the ping damage get onto Exhaust to give Cerebros an easier time. Ow, 3 attacks from FortMax stage. Yeah, this is pretty good for FortMax. Usually you just get to Cerebros. I said you try to get to Cerebros, but that is very much not the case. Usually you just get to Cerebros very quickly just because of the way wheel turns work, and we saw that in the OI with my match versus Techno when Devastator just ravaged FortMax. We see a revving up coming down. Pretty good move, just, you know, set up for Cerebros' turn. Escape Capsule comes down. That always is good. And then FortMax going in. I did not catch the target, but whoever it is will be defending for 1 because both Exhaust and Mega Ratchet are melee off that Fearless. So that's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, Pierce 2, possibly Pierce 3. Oh, no, it's 11 Pierce 3. It's 11 Pierce 3, not 12 Pierce 3. I forgot that Orange Master Metallicato is not active for FortMax. Also, FortMax trigger did happen, so we will see some spread damage there. Exhaust is alive on the Polydermograph, so if Champion is running anything in the shape of removal, he is going to be able to KO Exhaust next turn. And it looks like the attack was into Exhaust, so he was sitting on 6 health. So that attack did 4 damage, I believe. Wait, if it was 11... So it had to have done 9 damage. It was 11... Wait, okay, now I'm confused. So it was at 6, goes up to 8. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That attack did 7 damage. Okay, that adds up. Mega Ratchet also took 2 from the Cerebros or FortMax trigger. We're going to see Mega Ratchet flip to bot mode. FortMax proving why he's a threat, not just Cerebros. Trust me, I am aware of FortMax being a threat. I play Devastator. Most decks don't have to deal with this, like, for this long. Unless you're Devastator, then you're just screwed unless you draw a Heat of Battle or a designated target or just flip a butt ton of black icons. And Razor Wings coming down. This is a new card out of BFB. You can only put it on, or wait, actually, I gotta remember if it's put on melee characters only, or if it's, if it only triggers when put on a melee character, but can be put on anyone. It's a +1 attack boost, orange icon, weapon. So it's +1 attack, orange icon, weapon. When you put this on a melee character, do 1 damage to each tapped enemy. Okay, so it can go on anyone, it just only triggers if it goes on a melee enemy. And as a result, FortMax was tapped, and out comes the core of the deck, as people like to say. And did trigger Cerebros, so we will get an upgrade here. It's just a matter of, does he have anything decent? But Mega Ratchet's going to be going in for 7, it looks like. And it looks like we are seeing, that looks like Flintlock. This has become standard for the deck ever since the banning of Grax. This was something I think Naga kind of pointed out was a thing. So yeah, I think he played Flintlock, and then that is kind of caught on. I think Techno also played it in the OI, and we see it seems that Champion has followed suit in that as well. And I'm going to check Teletrain right now to make sure I am accurate in saying that Techno used the Flintlock. Where is the OI? And it's a good thing Champion's shuffling through his scrap pile right now, otherwise... If I can spell correctly, that would help. Yes, Techno was playing Flintlock as the head for Cerebros. Naga did that in Encounter 5, did it for the OI, and Champion is repeating that here. So Flintlock has become the de facto thing. Yeah, Techno had Flintlock. Yep, I literally just looked that up. He's only flipping 3 cards. What? Naga, I'm confused as to what you're talking about there. Draw for turn, untap, you revving up. Okay, there's a bit of confusion there about what the untap was referring to. Also, Medic's Protective Field got pulled in, so only 3 damage got dealt from that attack there because Medic's Protective Field. 0 is a pile. Oh, right, I see 2 piles. Oh, okay. I don't know what that was referring to, because I do not see Perceptor here, because nobody likes that card. Anyways, which, by the way, Naga, we need to work on the files at some point. Anyways, what was I saying? So Champion has to go into Mega Ratchet here. Replacing the... He flipped Defense, but had 2 piles for flips, which is why I thought he flipped 3. So... we are getting an Energy Pack played onto Cerebros. This is a legal play because Cerebros with Flintlock is 11 stars, so he is just barely within the threshold for Energy Pack. And Espionage got called. It was not green, though, because that card did not get scrapped. It was a toolbox in Vangelis' hand. That is going to be great next turn, assuming Mega Ratchet manages to survive this. But we will see what upgrades are in his scrap pile, assuming he's able to proc here. There is a secret action, so there's a hold the line. Can't take more than 10 damage, or can't take more than 11 damage here, but that is still lethal if that were to happen. And we do have a reshuffle here, and it looks like we do have a trigger of Cerebros plus a OI thing. Oh, he reshuffled. Never mind. Yeah, good call, Ozzy. He cannot get anything here because of a reshuffle. Naga, I know you hate it when this happens as well, but hey, we got an OI trigger, right? That's how this works, right? 8 Pierce 3 seems to be the swing. And then blocks 3, takes 5. Okay, that toolbox will be live on the flip here. And it looks like there's a couple of greens in there. I know there was a bracing up in there, but I'm not sure if there was anything else. 53 cards, man. Hate shuffling. Haha. Rip. Yep, indeed. Well, I mean, if you hate shuffling, Naga, just go play a Queen of the Junkyard deck. Problem solved. Just don't be around Tank when you do that, because otherwise he's going to turn into the Simp Master. Dropping a Force Field for the bracing up. That... I mean, I could see that, just because of the fact that... Oh, wait, he has the Energy Pack. Yeah, I'm not too sure I agree with that. Primus, Queen, Junkyard, Oh, God! Oh, God, Does that actually work? Oh. Oh, you can pull Force Field now. Duh. Immunity to Bashing Shield, yep. Toolbox, and an Opportune Repairs to heal 4 damage, because that works. And then picking Cerebros for 1. And, Toolbox will cause Mega Ratchet to heal 2 from the effect after the ping. Yeah, I would have missed that Force Field off of Cerebros thing, so, this is why having a chat is a good thing, and also having a co-commentator, but Naga will talk about this for the finals. And now Mega Ratchet is healed 6 damage this turn. Good God, where's Ratchet when you need him? And I mean the Wave 3 Ratchet, not this amalgamation over here. Or the Arc 1 version. As long as it's my weekend I can, we'll figure it out. Given how quickly this top cut is moving, we may be able to do it. Vangelus showing the Opportune side of this deck. Yes, he has played exactly 1 Opportune card this game, and it was that copy of Opportune Repairs you just saw. Not a single copy of Offensive has shown up. And he is most certainly not playing Opportune Protection because there was not a Quintesson in sight here. Anyways, the attack is for 5. I did not catch the damage here, but Cerebros is now at 9 damage. And then we'll draw for turn. So, you go into Exhaust here, I think, most likely. Unflinching Courage, that helps. You're playing enough black icons in this deck because of FortMax's trigger, if I'm not mistaken, and Naga, you can correct me on this. But you're playing enough black icons to where, with the Unflinching Courage and the revving up, you probably could get the 4 damage needed to kill Exhaust here. Is he going to go for the revving up scrap? Okay, he's going into Exhaust, but no revving up scrap. And off by 1! 8 Pierce 3. Oh, wait. Oh, wait, he was gonna scrap the revving up. And, okay, okay, so we just had a judge jump in there, alerting Champion to the fact that you are supposed to scrap rolling actions after the fact. The play is being allowed by the head judge here, but there has been a warning given, or not a warning, a heads up given to scrap before flips next time. So that was what was going on. I was just listening into what was going on there. Anyway, so Exhaust is now off the field, and Mega Ratchet has to do 3 damage to Cerebros here. That seems like it's an easy enough thing. If he has an Opportune Offensive in hand, that does it, since Mega Ratchet is a Decepticon. And a Bashing Shield to get rid of the Medic's Protective Field. I mean, that's +1 defense, basically. Assuming Cerebros does not trigger here, but with Tough 3, you're likely to. 1, 2, 3. And that is a trigger with 2 more flips. Five Pierce 3, or no, excuse me, 6 Pierce 3, because 2 green icon upgrades are on Mega Ratchet. I forgot about that effect. So he does have Pierce. Oh, wait a minute. If he grabs the Medic's Protective Field, that leaves him alive on 1! Oh, the Bashing Shield bites Vangelus in the rear! Oh my god! Oh, the Bashing Shield. Oh, wait, he can't repair. He can't repair. You actually cannot repair the damage off medics because Mega Ratchet is in bot mode. Good catch, Ozzy, and Naga as well. I saw the Mega, I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, this is a huge thing, and I mean, yeah, but whatever. And then Ozzy specifically said he can't repair, and I'm like, oh, wait a minute, that's a repair effect. So, no matter what... So basically, he's now looking for armed hovercrafts, I'm guessing, because I just saw one whiz by, and there's another one. So he's just looking for damage off Mega Ratchet at this point. So Cerebros is dead. Mega Ratchet showing the value this deck can generate. Absolutely. So out comes Flintlock. A secret action comes down, bracing up untaps. And that's an Enforcement Batons, it looks like. So Vangelus is still tapped. Oh, okay, hold on. 7 into 4. Just a heads up, Mega Ratchet would be tapped because Flintlock deployed untapped, so you'll untap after this turn. So now that that's fixed, we have an untap. Mega Ratchet takes a little bit of damage. I believe it was 3, maybe 4. And Fearless to give +1 attack and repair... Oh, no, +2 attack, repair 2, normally repairs 1, and heals 2 because of Toolbox. Pings 1, and then heals 2 from Toolbox. And Pierce 3 will do it. 8 Pierce 1. And alrighty, so Patrol the Perimeter got flipped late. What? I am very confused. So 8 blocking 5. Okay, Flintlock is dead, so the Patrol the Perimeter did not matter, but that late Patrol the Perimeter flip, ooh. Alrighty, so Vangelus takes game 1. So I gotta find, where is the correct marker? There is the correct marker. So Vangelus takes game 1. And characters are being kept on both sides, it looks like. I mean, not sure what you would side out for FortMax. So we're waiting for the sideboard here. That was kind of shocking given how long FortMax lasted. Yeah, that was honestly surprising. I mean, Crasher did help just because of it negating half of the FortMax triggers, essentially, so that's always a good thing. Convex is, like, the only kind of good option. I mean, you're right. In terms of sideboard characters, you're right. Also, while we have a moment here, JJ Moss 21 looks like he's followed a day ago. I appreciate that. Welcome to the Idiocy Club. And by the way, you're not the idiot here, me. You're just watching my idiot thing. You don't... My idiocy. That's the word I'm looking for. Oh, Emissary is nice, too. I mean, Focus 2 is decent, but you're probably right. Convex is probably actually not too bad, just because then you could probably get away with pulling something else in that first swing, just because of the fact you have that inbuilt Safeguard 3 that can't be really negated. Maybe. I don't know. I don't understand FortMax theory. Emissary is range 2. Oh, yeah, that actually is decent for armed hovercraft. Wondering if Champion is going to focus on Exhaust this time rather than Crasher. That may not be the worst idea in the world. His name is not Fracture. I have that on screen as a joke to point out the fact that Vangelus photoshopped this copy of Crasher. Alrighty, so Beacon is activated onto Exhaust and FortMax in. And that is a trigger. So everybody will take 1. Takes 2, then repairs 1. Okay, Champion is going into Crasher here. And Vangelus is denying that he photoshopped this image of this card. 9 Pierce 3 is the swing. 9 into 2 takes 7 at 8. FortMax trigger normally would fix this here, but because of... Actually, no, wait a minute. Fracture would die before that gets an effect, chance to resolve. So a FortMax trigger here will solve this, but then that means Vangelus is probably just going to send in Crasher, or yeah, Crasher here, to make sure that, what was I saying? To make sure that an attack is wasted on the, actually no wait, he has a wheel turn, what am I saying? Exhaust will take a damage here off of his ability, get a counter on Beacon, you get the +1 attack. And then Scouting Mission. 1 to exhaust to draw 2. He's up to 2 counters on Beacon. Okay, Vangelus had a panic attack there because he thought he went first, but nope, he went second, so... that was a completely legal play. And now attacks. Crasher going in first. She cannot die from the FortMax trigger. So blocked and Fracture takes a damage. And then next up is Exhaust with 7, 8. 8 blocking 3 takes 5 and no ping. Ooh, did not flip a white icon. That's interesting. And then Mega Ratchet swings in for 5, 6 Pierce 1. Hey, there's an Opportune Offensive, so it is in the deck. And then blocking enough to take the Pierce 1. Up to 6. Emissary is good, but Flintlock is just the best. I would agree on that. That part of FortMax theory I understand, kind of. But I understand it enough to agree with you on that. Anyways, we got an untap here. And draw for turn. Flip FortMax. Up, we're getting a check on cards in hand on Vangelus' side. I use Emissary if someone was doing a press shenanigans. That's actually not too bad of an idea, all things considered. So 5 cards in hand on Vangelus' side. I would not be surprised if we saw an Espionage coming down here in a moment. Medic's Protective Field coming down just to heal 1. Up, nope. I just realized that Mega Ratchet was in bot mode. Would a FortMax here negate Crasher's trigger? I believe the answer is yes. Because you could not resolve the effect of Crasher until after the KO checks happen, I'm pretty sure. So Crasher would be dead before you get a chance to resolve her effect, and you can't resolve the effect in the KO area unless it specifically is mentioned. Okay, so Espionage calling orange. We have a Grenade Launcher, a Graft, an Opportune Offensive, a Reprocess, and a Hold the Line. So, Champion probably... this is actually not a clean situation. Gets rid of the Grenade Launcher. That does reduce a power turn with the likes of Opportune Offensive, but that Reprocess is still kicking around, so that could be a problem. And did trigger. So, correct. So, everybody takes 2. Crasher is dead. In an evenly mixed deck, I feel Emissary is better as Focus 2 is as good as Bold 1, Tough 1, but Flintlock is best if you are skewed blue. Good point. And the attack was into Exhaust, it looks like. Yep. 10 blocking 3. Takes 7. And on the nose, lethal! FortMax, ladies and gentlemen. FortMax. Up, and Vangelus is, like, okay, I realized I could have done something. Anyways, we'll go ahead and, speaking of Vangelus, we'll move over to his turn. Draw for turn, and Mega Ratchet now has to face down a just over half-health FortMax. Yeah, we might be going to a Game 3 here. I don't like to call things early, but we may very well be going to a Game 3. All depends on if that Opportune Offensive is able to punt FortMax here and he's able to defense. Putting the max in FortMax, you're not wrong. Hollow Matter comes down onto Megatron Ratchet. Flip Mega Ratchet. Do 1, heal 1. He forgot to ping for Beacon. Would have survived. Oh, you're... Oh, no! Beacon forgetting to ping. And there's the Opportune Offensive. Also, a Hollow Matter came down, so that negates FortMax's triggers, but I'm not sure how much it's going to do against the actual fist. 7 Pierce 3 is the swing. Blocks 4, takes 3 no matter what. Vangelus is going to trade for a toolbox, dropping a Polydermal Graft, it looks like. Untap. Drawing for turn, and at this point, it's just a matter of what tools this champion have in hand, I can speak, to try and deal with Mega Ratchet. We have an escape capsule, so nothing in terms of major offensive punch in terms of weapons. We got a glimpse at the hand slightly. There's a Lion Weight, and a Rock Toss, and a Bracing Up. Okay. There's a Bracing Up. And swinging FortMax in. There's the trigger, but which will do absolutely nothing because of Hollow Matter. And then the block is for 4. Or 10 Pierce 4. 10 into 4 takes 6. He's alive. Vangelus' worst enemy isn't FortMax, but remembering to trigger Exhaust and Beacon. You're not wrong. I think that's honestly, anybody who plays Exhaust knows the pain of missing a Beacon trigger. And drawing for turn. And upgrade is the toolbox. Does he have that reprocess still? Albeit it would be weird to reprocess the Hollow Matter here, so if he's got another action, which I thought he had another one in hand, but I don't remember what it was. It may have changed from the time that Espionage got dropped. Secret action coming down. Oh wait, was it a Hold the Line earlier? May have been. And then flipping Mega Ratchet. So the reprocess combo is back online. And 5 attack going in here. For 6 Pierce 1, and a FortMax trigger has been reached. So, oh wait, FortMax trigger does nothing because of Hollow Matter. So block 6 take... Wait, what? Because 6 into... If he had 10, he was taking 3... Okay, he's at... Okay, so he's at 13 damage now. I don't know how, I don't know why. But he's at 13. Untap, draw. Untap, bracing up. FortMax flips. Paralyzo box comes down. Swing, and what's the call off Paralyzo for the kill? Guessing orange. And it is an orange! So plus 4 attack, going in currently for 13. Hold the line. That heals 2 and probably doesn't save Mega Ratchet. 13, 14. 14 Pierce 1. And that is a dead Mega Ratchet, and we have a game 2 win for Champion. We're going to game 3. And Vangelus is just now talking about missing that self-ping earlier. Oh. Don't worry, Ozzy already pointed it out in the chat, and I went on a 5-minute tangent about it. Alrighty. Alrighty, and now we move into game 3. It looks like no swaps on characters. Vangelus is going second. Ironically, the card called Exhaust is leading to... Alrighty, funny quotes, where are you? We are getting set up here. Champion is going first. And Exhaust will get pinged as I... Okay, so we flip FortMax. Pretty standard for turn 1 for this deck. And sending in FortMax into... I think that was Exhaust, but I couldn't quite hear it. Okay, gets a trigger. Nine Pierce 2 is the swing. Blocking 4 takes 5. And he did have the +1 defense, so... Takes 1, takes 2, heals 1 from Crasher, takes 5. Yep, this is correct. And then everybody else took 1 from a combination of FortMax and Crasher. And draw for turn, ping Exhaust. And the +1 attack for him. And the upgrade, or the card for this turn, is going to be a Polydermal Graft. That's another counter on Exhaust and another counter on Beacon. Flipping Mega Ratchet to bot mode. And then sending in Crasher first. 3 Pierce 1 takes the 1. And no trigger of FortMax. And currently going in for 7, 8 Pierce 1, 9 Pierce 1. And takes 7. Ooh, did not flip a blue. Up, we got greens on Vangelus' side of the field. And dropping Razor Wings for an escape route. And then Mega Ratchet in. And FortMax is defending for 3 with no trigger again. 3 missed triggers in a row. What is going on? 7, blocking 3, takes 4. Up to 12. An opportune offensive does it at this point for FortMax. Top of the turn, exhaust. B goes on to exhaust during Champion's turn if he remembers the ping, which he just did. So, Beacon is now active. Exhaust is at 5 health, or excuse me, 9 health remaining with 3 defense. So, 9 health with 3 defense. Gotta hit 12 here. Not out of the realm of possibility for FortMax. It'll take a few good flips, but it's completely possible for this deck. Fight for position. That helps. And an unflinching courage. Okay, we're going in with bold 4 here. With an extra damage from FortMax's trigger, I might add. Unless he's going into Crasher here, but I don't see why he would in this situation. Okay, so we got 2 more flips here. Okay, so the trigger does happen. So everybody takes 1. Just fast-tracking this a little bit via Crasher. 11 into 4. 11 pierce 5. 11 blocking 4 takes 7. 11 plus 7 is 18. Alive on 1. Alive on 1. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Oh, wait a minute. He's actually alive on 2. He's actually alive on 2. Because the FortMax ping gives him +1 defense. Wait, is... The FortMax ping gives him +1 defense. So 11 to 5 taken 6. You're alive on 2. You're alive on 2. Oh my god, Exhaust is such a wacky card. He's like 5 steps away from being a Junkion at this point. Oh, good lord. FortMax causing Exhaust to get +1 defense. Good lord almighty. So draw for turn. And now Vangelus needs Pierce 3 in order to move on to the next stage of the boss. Hollow Matter coming down onto Exhaust. That does something, I guess. I mean, it doesn't allow Champion to just go into FortMax with, or go into Crasher. That's going in the Cursed Rulings. There was a Cursed Rulings thread. Anyways, so it doesn't allow Champion to go into Crasher to try to just kill Exhaust. He has to go into Exhaust proper now to kill him. Not flipping Mega Ratchet? Nope, he did flip Mega Ratchet. It looks like an escape route got played. So that would have happened all match, and that was the first time it was remembered? Yes, but I don't think Champion went into Exhaust when it was active until just now. So 6 attack with Mega Ratchet. Dropping a Polydermal Graft for a toolbox. So that was the first attack. 14 health. You probably send in Crasher here and see if you can spike a black icon. Yep, that is what the play is going to be. Does not spike it. He went in on the first turn of this match. Oh, you're right. Oh, I forgot about that. Oh, yeah, that would have mattered. To be fair, how many times have we seen FortMax go up against Exhaust? So, very rarely does pinging an Exhaust by an opponent's card on the defense turn happen. So, it's a little weird. Albeit, that does mean if FortMax pings Exhaust while he's attacking in alt mode, and while FortMax is defending in alt mode, Exhaust gets +1 attack. Speaking of FortMax, he is dead, and out comes Cerebros. We are still tapped here, so Exhaust is... Actually, they would have been vulnerable no matter what. Rock Toss Crasher. Yeah, Rock Toss Crasher. So up to 4. Escape Capsule onto Cerebros. And then going into Exhaust to try to get the kill here. Nine Pierce 2. And that's a dead Exhaust. So we have an untap now, and it's down to Crasher and Mega Ratchet, but with Cerebros on the field instead of FortMax, this is a much more winnable game for Vangelus, so it could really go either way at this point. Toolbox on the Mega Ratchet. Where have you seen this play before? About to shuffle for Cerebros. Oh, you're right. Yeah, that's a problem. And Scouting Mission to draw 2. And I would not be surprised if we see Mega Ratchet flip, and there it goes. Flip Mega Ratchet, do a damage to Cerebros, and repairs 2 from Toolbox and Mega Ratchet's effect. And then sending in Crasher first. Oh, no, wait, he has to send in Crasher here because otherwise Cerebros is going to get a free shot at Mega Ratchet. And the attack is for 4 Pierce 2? No, 4 Pierce 1. 4 Pierce 1. So Cerebros will reshuffle here, will not get a pull. So 4 Pierce 1 is the attack confirmed. And we got a couple of greens there on Vangelus' side, dropping a Bastion Shield for what looks like an escape route. Rape Cerebros trigger, yep. And Champion will now draw for turn. As I accidentally punched the mic. Another Rock Toss comes down. And Cerebros goes in. Ten Pierce 3 is the swing. No trigger, though. Ooh. And that is a dead Crasher. And there's a reprocess on Vangelus' side of the field. He's thinking about that. Drawing for turn on Vangelus' side of the field as Mega Ratchet takes no damage there? Ooh. Flip Mega Ratchet. Opportune Offensive. Ooh! Pierce 3 with Pierce 1 from the toolbox off Mega Ratchet's ability. That is a dead Cerebros, assuming an energy pack doesn't get pulled in. And nope. Okay, looks like we may have an energy pack after all, assuming there's one in the scrap. So 10 Pierce 4 is the swing. Taking 4, after blocking 6, it looks like. Yeah, I don't think it matters. Oh, wait. There is an energy pack. Actually, it might matter. Hold up. Yeah, it does matter. So energy pack is on the field. Okay, getting rid of the energy, or getting rid of the escape capsule for the energy pack. So then takes 4 damage. Up to 8 alive on the energy pack. Oh, wait, it's Pierce 5. Another black icon was... Or a black icon was flipped. So... Yeah, that is a... alive on 3 Cerebros. And not going to pick up the hold the line there. And we will go ahead and move over to Champion's turn. Draw. Unflinching Courage. And it looks like there's a revving up and a bracing up in hand. Sets the revving up, probably for Flintlock to maybe finish off Mega Ratchet if he can get a good swing going here. So 1, 2, bold 2, and then white icon. Oh, that's the bold 1 from Cerebros, now the white icon. Going in 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 Pierce 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope, 9 Pierce 3. 9 Pierce 3 is currently the swing. Does he have a good aggro upgrade? There's an escape capsule, but that kills him on the spot. Does he have a weapon that does anything here? No, there's a Medic's Protective Field that does nothing thanks to Mega Ratchet. Grenade does nothing. Force Field does nothing. Ooh, this is a bad scrap for Champion. Oh, Lord Almighty. I don't think there's really anything you could pull. Hold the line seems good for Vangelus with Flintlock coming soon. Oh, yeah, there is a hold the line right there, so Vangelus could pick that up. Not gonna pick anything up with Cerebros. Okay, so looks like Champion accidentally put his flips in his scrap quickly. So 9 Pierce 3 looks like the swing. Oh, 9 Pierce 4, excuse me. 9 into 2 takes 7. And there's a bug in here of some kind. 1 second. I got it. Alrighty, so we're going to go ahead and move back over to Vangelis' turn here. He has the Pierce 1. If he has another green icon upgrade in hand, he can flip to alt mode, then he has lethal guaranteed. And he also heals 2 in that situation thanks to Toolbox. So, I believe he picked up the hold the line, and we're going to run with that assumption because I didn't happen to catch it because I was looking at chat at that moment and also trying to swat that fly. But, or whatever that bug was. But, if he has to hold the line, he sets that, plays any green icon upgrade. And up, no repair, reprocess onto energy pack. That works. Escape route, no hold the line. Thank you. So out comes Flintlock, and what's the upgrade? Oh, there's the green upgrade for the Pierce 2. And is he going to flip Mega Ratchet? So he either goes in for Pierce 2 or guarantees the damage on the flip, heals 2, and does no guaranteed damage because he's in the wrong mode. He's just going to swing in for 5 Pierce 2. White icon, get it! 7 Pierce 3. Taking 2. Or taking 3 because of Pierce. Alive on 1. So, Flintlock is alive on 1. Anything could still happen. And sending in Flintlock with an Enforcement Batons. 7 Pierce 2. 7 blocking 3 takes 4. alive on 2. So scrapping the Revving Up would not have made a difference here. And then untap on both sides of the field. And then... And we're going through the ceremonial flips for the end of the game. There's an Opportune Offensive. He has Pierce 2 inbuilt from the, what's it called? Mega Ratchet ability. He has, Pierce 3 from the Opportune Offensive. And with that, drum roll, please. Yeah, so inbuilt Pierce plus a direct damage option, and with that, as a result, Vangelus wins the top 8 match in 3 games. That was insane. This is the kind of stuff we like to see in Top Cut. Those games were back and forth. Game 2 was a little more of a blowout, but it was still decently close until FortMax just absolutely obliterated everybody. But still, those were very good games. Vangelus advances to the top 4 to face off against Ozzy. Vangelus, again, wins this match 2-1 with the Opportune Amalgamation deck facing off against, let me think here, what was I going to say, against FortMax run by Champion. So, we have officially lost both participants' video feeds, so that will do it for this broadcast. Hopefully you enjoyed what you saw here tonight. If you did, there's a little purple button you can push down below to show that. If you're watching this live on Twitch, if you're watching the YouTube re-upload, there's a little red button you can push. And stay tuned for the top 4 match between Ozzy and Vangelus. You'll get a live notification whenever that happens. I don't know when it'll be at this point. Scheduling happens very loosely. But, recap, Vangelus, using Opportune Amalgamation, wins 2-1 over Champion using FortMax. Vangelus advances to the top 4 to face Ozzy. Champion is out in the top 8. And with that, that will do it for this broadcast. Peace out, y'all.